Virgo, listen closely. Between May 29th and May 31st, the universe is watching you. And it's not just watching, it's testing you. Testing your faith, your choices, your soul. If you pass this test, your path shifts forever. But if you fail, you could stay stuck in spiritual cycles until 2027. That's not just 2 years. That's 2 years of emotional blocks, missed opportunities, and divine delays. This isn't some general forecast. This isn't just astrology. This is a divine transmission from the universe. A spiritual checkpoint that only a few will recognize and even fewer will pass. Because right now, Virgo, your destiny is being chosen behind the scenes. Your next timeline is being decided, and how you show up in the next 72 hours could shape everything. Have you felt it already? The strange anxiety, the heavy dreams, the feeling that something big is coming but you can't explain it? Maybe you've been waking up drained, overthinking everything, or feeling disconnected from people you once understood. That's not random. That's not just stress. That's the first sign that your soul is already being tested. Virgo, what's happening between May 29th and May 31st is not just an ordinary shift. It's a cosmic convergence. A rare spiritual alignment is forming above us, and it's thinning the veil between your physical reality and the divine realm. During these 3 days, the Earth passes through a powerful energy corridor, a spiritual pressure point where your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are magnified. Every choice you make, every doubt you allow, every decision you avoid, it all gets amplified. This is what we call an energetic portal, a spiritual window that opens up timelines and closes old cycles. And Virgo, this portal wasn't made for everyone. It was made for you. So what's triggering this cosmic test? Behind the scenes, Mercury, your ruling planet, is activating a karmic pattern that's been buried since late 2022. That means old emotions are rising, past patterns are being shown, and everything unresolved in your soul is coming to the surface, not to break you, but to free you. This energy is here to strip away your illusions, the illusions of control, the belief that you have to fix everything, the need to overthink your way to safety. But here's the hard truth. The universe is pushing you to surrender control, but your Virgo mind wants to analyze everything, and that is part of the test. Virgo, you are the master of detail. You see things others miss, but during this spiritual test, your gift can become your trap. You'll want to figure it all out. You'll search for logic in the signs. You'll want a plan, a list, a system to pass this test. But this time, Virgo, the answer isn't in your head. It's in your heart. This energy is designed to make you uncomfortable, not to punish you, but to expose what you still fear. Because if you've been holding on to control, perfectionism, or self-doubt, this cosmic wave is going to shake you loose, and the reason it feels so intense is because you are closer than ever to breaking through. Your soul is being called to evolve fast, but the universe will not let you rise until you face the very parts of yourself that are blocking the blessing. This is a spiritual checkpoint, a divine moment where timelines shift based on your vibration. If you face this consciously, with courage, with clarity, you move into alignment. But if you ignore the signs, if you fall back into comfort, logic, and control, you delay everything until 2027. Virgo, the energy is not against you, it's guiding you. But you have to stop thinking your way through it and start feeling your way forward. Are you ready to release control and rise? Virgo, by now you've probably felt something strange, unsettling, a shift in the atmosphere that you couldn't explain logically, no matter how hard you tried. That's because you're already being pulled into the spiritual test. But how do you know it's happening? Let me break it down. Here are the 3 unmistakable signs that the universe has already entered you into your karmic exam. 1. emotional overwhelm or mood swings. You may feel calm one moment and emotionally shattered the next. That's your soul being shaken awake. Have you noticed it? Your moods feel out of sync. You're up, then down. One day you're motivated and hopeful, the next completely drained. This isn't just stress or fatigue, it's your emotional body reacting to spiritual tension. This test is about emotional honesty, and that means the universe is pushing suppressed feelings to the surface. Grief, regret, old pain, even guilt you thought was gone. You're not being punished, you're being purified. And the mood swings, they're symptoms of deep spiritual detox. 2. Recurring dreams or symbolic warnings. If you've seen the same number, animal, or name multiple times, that's not coincidence, it's code. Virgo. The universe speaks through symbols. And right now, it's sending messages faster than usual. Have you been waking up at 3:33 a.m., seeing 1111, 222, or 555 on the clock, license plates, receipts? Are you seeing animals, names, or hearing certain songs that seem to follow you everywhere? That's not random, that's not your imagination. That's divine intelligence speaking in symbols, asking you to wake up. Even your dreams are part of this. If you've been having vivid, strange, or repeating dreams, those are spiritual downloads. But here's the thing, you can't decode them with logic. You have to feel the meaning, because those codes are your soul's instructions for this test. 3. Isolation or feeling misunderstood. Virgos are usually the fixers, but right now you're being forced to sit with your wounds, alone. This one may hurt the most. Suddenly, people don't get you. You feel alone even when you're surrounded. You try to explain what's going on, but the words don't land. That's because this test is not meant to be shared. It's designed to be walked alone. Why? Because it's between you and the universe. You've always been the helper, the healer, the logical one who solves everyone else's problems. But now, the universe is pulling you inward. Not to punish you, but to force you to finally focus on your own healing. You are being separated to be activated. Virgo, if you're feeling any or all of these signs, you're already in the middle of the test. And what happens next is up to you. Virgo, this is where it gets real, because now that you know the test is happening, it's time to reveal what will make you fail. The universe doesn't just test your strength, it tests your patterns. And for Virgos, that means the things you usually do, the habits you lean on, may be the very things that block your evolution. Let's break down the 3 biggest spiritual traps you must avoid between May 29th and May 31st if you want to pass this final karmic test. 1. Overthinking everything. You'll try to rationalize signs, but overthinking will block the divine message. Virgo, we need to talk. You are the analyzer of the zodiac. You process the world through logic, through details, through reason. But during a spiritual test, that becomes your biggest weakness. You'll start seeing signs, repeating numbers, dreams, synchronicities. But instead of trusting them, your mind will go into overdrive. You'll question it, doubt it, break it down. You'll try to figure it out instead of feeling it. But here's the truth, the divine doesn't speak in logic, it speaks in vibration. And if you overanalyze every message, you'll block it before it can reach your heart. So let go of needing to understand every part. This test must be felt, not solved. 2. Trying to fix everyone else's problems. This test is about you. Helping others right now could drain you and make you miss your own signs. You're the fixer, the one who always shows up, the person people rely on when things fall apart. But not this time. This time, if you rush to save everyone else, you'll abandon yourself. This test was designed for your soul, not theirs. And the more you pour into others, the less you'll have left to face your own mirror. The signs for your healing are subtle, and if you're busy solving everyone else's chaos, you'll miss the whispers meant for you. Say it with me. I'm not abandoning myself this time. 3. Ignoring the signs from your body. If your body is tired, anxious, or restless, that's the universe speaking through your vessel. Your physical body is your first line of spiritual communication. When your body is exhausted, twitchy, foggy, or wired, it's not just physical. That's your energy field trying to alert you. And Virgo, if you push through, pretend you're fine, and keep functioning like always, you'll override the message. This test wants you to slow down, to pause, to listen to your gut, to honour your body as sacred ground, not a machine. Your anxiety might be spiritual misalignment, your fatigue might be emotional suppression, your restlessness could be your soul begging you to pay attention. Virgo, these 3 traps are disguised as habits, but they are the exact things that can delay your destiny until 2027. Avoid them, and the universe will show you the way through. Fall into them, and the door may close. The choice is yours. Virgo, now that you know what to avoid, let's talk about what you must do if you want to pass this spiritual test. The energy between May 29th and May 31st is not gentle. It's intense, transformative, and it requires spiritual intention. But don't worry. The steps to pass this test are simple. Not easy, but simple. And when done with sincerity, they can shift your timeline instantly. Let's walk through the 3 sacred actions you need to take right now. 1. Ground your energy. Every morning, connect with Earth, breathe deeply, get silent, let the noise fade. Virgo, your mind runs fast, always calculating, always correcting. But this test can't be passed through thinking. It must be passed through presence. Each morning between May 29th and May 31st, before you check your phone, before you speak, get grounded. Go outside barefoot if you can. Stand on grass, touch a tree, or simply sit in silence with your eyes closed and breathe deep. Feel your body. Breathe in slowly for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Let your nervous system calm. Let the world quiet down, because in that silence, you'll finally start hearing your truth. 2. Journal 3 truths every day. Write what you fear, what you desire, and what you're pretending not to know. This test is about soul honesty. The universe isn't testing how perfect you are. It's testing how truthful you're willing to be with yourself. So grab a journal. Each day, write down these 3 things. What are you afraid of right now? What do you truly want but haven't admitted? What are you pretending not to know about yourself or your life? These answers might shake you, but they'll free you, because the moment you stop lying to yourself is the moment the universe starts opening doors. 3. Do a candle ritual on May 30th. Light a white candle, speak your truth into it and say, I am ready to pass this test. I choose my divine path. Rituals aren't just spiritual. They're energetic commitments. They show the universe you're serious. On the evening of May 30th, find a quiet place. Turn off distractions. Light a white candle, symbolizing purity, clarity, and divine alignment. Then speak aloud. I am ready to pass this test. I surrender control. I align with my highest path. I choose my divine timeline. Close your eyes. Let the flame remind you, your soul is eternal. Your timeline is being written now. Virgo, these 3 actions may seem simple, but they are powerful codes to unlock your next level. Do them with heart, do them with focus, and the test becomes a doorway. Virgo. This next part isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. Because if you ignore this test, if you brush off the signs, fall back into your patterns, or wait for another time, you may not get another chance until 2027. That's not just a number. That's 2 more years of confusion, inner pressure, emotional chaos, spiritual silence, 2 years of feeling like you're doing everything right, but nothing's moving. 2 years of delayed blessings, quiet prayers, and doors that just won't open. You'll relive the same cycles again and again, the same relationship patterns, the same money frustrations, the same inner battles that leave you feeling drained, unheard, and unseen. because the universe doesn't punish, but it repeats lessons until you finally choose alignment. This test is a fork in the road, and if you take the wrong turn, if you stay stuck in logic, fear, or self-sacrifice, you could be walking in circles for years. Your soulmate timeline could be delayed. That person you felt pulling at your soul, that divine love you've dreamed of, that moment of deep emotional connection, partnership, and spiritual union. It exists, but it's on a timeline that only activates when you pass this test. Miss this chance, and that connection remains just out of reach, because you can't attract sacred love while you're still living from fear. Your wealth could stay stuck. There's a version of you that is abundant, aligned, and deeply supported by the universe. They're not just surviving, they're thriving. Their gifts are fully activated. Their ideas flow. Their energy attracts opportunity after opportunity. But that version of you doesn't exist on your current frequency. You have to earn the upgrade. And this test is the gateway to your next level. If you fail to rise, your money may plateau. Your ideas may dry up. Your progress may feel invisible, no matter how hard you try. The version of you who's already thriving will remain just a dream. You know that version. You've seen them in your mind, confident, aligned, free. They smile more, they trust life, they no longer question their worth. But here's the truth. That version of you is watching you right now, hoping you don't give up. Don't leave them behind. Don't keep them waiting until 2027. Because if you fail this test, you don't just delay results. You delay your purpose, your peace, your soul. The portal is open, but not for long. Virgo. What are you going to choose? Virgo. We've talked about what happens if you ignore this test, but now, let's talk about what happens if you pass it. Because if you face this test with honesty, courage, and alignment, the universe will not make you wait. It will move fast, it will move loud, and it will move in ways you didn't even know were possible. If you pass this final test, clarity will hit you like lightning. The fog that's been around your mind, gone. The confusion about what you're meant to do, replaced with a clear, soul-guided vision. You'll wake up one day and suddenly feel aligned. You'll make decisions without fear. You'll stop second-guessing yourself, because when your soul passes the test, your mind finally stops fighting the truth. New doors will open, quickly and without resistance. We're talking sudden financial breakthroughs Job offers, or clients appearing out of nowhere. People who once ignored you now reaching out, divine timing, syncing like magic. Why? Because you'll be in vibrational alignment with the timeline you were always meant for. The delays will dissolve, the struggle will stop feeling endless, and you'll realize it was never about luck. It was always about alignment. Financial flow will return to you. You may receive unexpected money, a new opportunity, or even just the inner confidence to finally pursue that idea you've been sitting on. Why? Because your energy will no longer be tied to fear or survival. It will be tied to faith and flow. And when you operate from that level, abundance finds you. Divine relationships will appear. Whether it's your soulmate, your soul tribe, or just emotionally healthy connections, you'll begin attracting people who see you, support you, and speak your soul's language. Because you're no longer performing, you're no longer overgiving, you're no longer people-pleasing, you're whole. And whole people attract whole relationships. Emotional freedom becomes your new normal. The overthinking will quiet, the pressure will release. You'll laugh more, breathe deeper, feel safer in your body, your truth, your presence. And that's because you'll no longer be carrying spiritual weight that isn't yours. Your timeline will shift instantly because the universe doesn't delay rewards when your spirit passes the test. There's no waiting list, no red tape, no long delay. The moment your soul says, "I'm ready," the universe responds. Because passing the test doesn't just change your path, it activates your next chapter. So Virgo, if you've ever wanted confirmation that you're on the right path, If you've ever prayed for the signs, the clarity, the peace, this is it. This is your moment, and everything you desire is already waiting for the version of you who passes the test, Virgo. This is not just another video. This is your checkpoint, a moment of spiritual reckoning, a sacred pause in the chaos of life where the universe steps in and says, "Are you ready?" Between May 29th and May 31st, everything aligns, the portal opens, your karmic exam begins, and the test becomes clear, not because life gets harder, but because your soul is being asked to level up. This is your final warning, the final spiritual test before June begins, a moment that will either launch you forward or loop you back into the past. But here's what I want you to know. Don't overthink it. Just align. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to figure it all out in your head. You just need to be honest, present, committed to the path your soul is calling you toward. So here's what I want you to do right now. Comment below 11 times. I will pass this test. I choose my divine timeline. Let your energy be felt. Let the universe see your intention. Let your digital footprint echo your spiritual commitment. Because this isn't about words, it's about frequency. And when you affirm it with your voice, your hands, your focus, you claim your power back. Let this be your declaration, not just to me, not just to this video, but to the universe, to your higher self, to the version of you in 2027 who's already healed, wealthy, in love, and fully alive. That version is watching you now, hoping you don't fall back into old cycles. This is your chance to say, I hear the call, I accept the mission, I'm ready to rise. So Virgo, light your candle, write your truths, ground your energy, and most of all, commit, because this spiritual window is short, but the reward, it's massive and it's personal. May 29th to 31st is the portal, pass the test, and you unlock the timeline you've always known was yours. Virgo, if this message hit your soul, if you felt even a flicker of truth in these words, don't just sit with it. A CT, because this is not the last cosmic warning you'll face, and the more aligned you become, the more messages the universe will send. That's why I need you to do this. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss another divine download, another spiritual alert, another soul-saving message like this. Because if the universe is speaking, you need to be ready to listen. Share this video with another Virgo. Someone you care about may be walking through this same test, silently. They may not even know it's happening. You could be the reason they wake up in time. Send this to your best friend, your sister, your partner, anyone born under Virgo who needs to hear this now. And now, go watch your next step. Virgo, 5 millionaire numbers for June. The universe has sent you codes. Because after the test comes the reward, and those numbers, they may be the exact energetic keys that unlock your next timeline. Virgo, your soul is ready. The universe is watching. This chapter is ending, and the next one is waiting. It's your time.